I'm your Slocum23, joining me for Royal Heir Book 3, Chapter 5, Crossing the Line. You're at House Theron's Flower Festival, where King Eric has just crashed the party. It was kind of you to arrange all these flowers for today's Auto Expo, Lady Kiara, but they're taking up rather a lot of the road. More like you almost ran over our flower beds. While Lassetti steers Eric's car down and more cars pull up behind it, you frantically whispered to Kiara, "Kiara, please tell me you didn't plan on hosting two events at the same place on this same day?" "No, I could swear I booked Hedar's Auto Expo for tomorrow, but must be been some kind of mistake. The only way this could be worse is if King Ral showed up." "Who's..." And with a squealing of tires, a bright yellow luxury car pulls up next to Eric's. Aggressively cool car, it's called a Lamborghini. A muscular, well-dressed man steps out sneering at the flowery surroundings. "Leave it to King Eric to turn the Auto Expo into a potpourri festival. What is this midsummer?" King Raoul, I assure you, this is not what it looks like." "Oh, good, because it looks like you sold us out to better homes and gardening." He claps a massive hand on Eric's shoulder, nearly bowling him over with the force of the blow. "But I bet Lady Kiana can fix this mess." "Yeah, by telling you to pack up your little cars and go home." "Wait, who the hell are you and where did you come from?" "You want to talk little? Let's talk about all these sad little flowers." "Mon Dieu, this is a disaster." "No, I won't let it be. Not when a literal vote for my daughter's fate is at stake. Listen up, everyone. House Theron is honoring both of your kingdoms today." "We are?" "Listen, shh, it's called diplomacy. Now shut up and watch me work." "You wanted to see that I can strategize with the best of them, right? Then follow my lead. We're giving you the opportunity to take your prize-winning flowers and cars, admiring by twice the audience." Yes, as you can see, King Raoul, that was my plan all along." "I couldn't care less about flowers, but I can get behind the extra attention." "Of course you can, Rock." "I mean, what?" He has a point. Our arrangements deserve a wider audience than just our peers. "Any of you ladies want to take a selfie with my car? Hashtag King Raoul is trending, along with Razor for Life and Papa's new ride." "I don't know about the last one, but I will join you if you get my flower bed in the ground or background." Kiara visibly relaxes as guests from both sides begin to mingle. "See, we can host both events. It'll be a piece of cake. I'll be doing all the work." "Cake?" Look, it's her second word. Cake. Figurative cake, Amanda. "Cake." I certainly hope so." King Eric, shut up. Eric waves you, Kiara, and your friends over to the side of the road. "I'm glad the expo will still go on, but I'm afraid the venue isn't my biggest concern. Raoul is. This kingdom is one of Hedar's largest neighbors. He always has been an incorrigible bully. Every year he comes to the show with his perfect man bun and his swagger, and almost every year he humiliates me in the Royal Grand Prix." But aren't you having a man bun too?" "God, I hate man buns. Didn't they die out like a few years ago?" "Is that a race?" "Traditionally held at the end of the Auto Expo. Oui." I know I come across as a confident bad boy, but thanks to Raoul, no one back home sees me that way. They barely ever call me Eric the Magnanimous. "Eric, we know." Is it that obvious?" "No." "It's a little obvious." "Where the hell did you come from? Where?" "Oh, Jesus, they're all coming out of the woodwork." "When someone tries as hard as you do, people tend to pick up on him." "Ne vos inquisible pals, King Eric, I promise we will help you put on a show that even Raoul can't complain about." If that's what House Theron needs. You shoot Kiara a pointed look, and she nods. I promise we'll do our best. I'm gonna get the gun now.
By the time we get ready to race today, you'll be ready to teach Raul a lesson.
Even Maxwell seems unassured by this. While Eric heads off to get the other expo get settled, Kiara leads the rest of you into the Theron estate.
The Auto Expo is bound to need some assistance, but the Flower Festival still needs to go on, and I can't be in two places at once.
Then Hannah and Liam can stay here with you as keepers of the floral piece. Just keep the contestants happy until they get back for the final awards, and call if you need anything. We'll keep everyone's flowers misted. Everyone else, you're with me. Eric wants us to be an Auto Expo to be remembered, so we need to get his guests excited. And keep Raul in line. I'm up for admiring some cars.
But if Riley's taking point on this, should we put on something more car showy?
Oh, for the love of Christ.
I ordered some outfits for King Eric's event when I thought it was going to be tomorrow. You're welcome to take a look.
Listen, Kiara, I'm on your game. I know this was all planned, I swear to God. Liam ducks into the next room with you, and he gives you a soft, appreciative whistle when he sees one outfit in particular. Riley, I think you should try this one on. Don't mind if I do. Change your outfit, we'll give you an edge on the Auto Expo. Are we gonna switch back and forth for the Flower Expo too? I appreciate this. I also appreciate the black. I feel 2 notches cooler just wearing this. Here, Liam's breath catch as he drinks in the side of you in your new leathers. I'd say you look hotter, which is very, very high bar. I think Amanda should keep up the flower power, though. Liam slips an arm around your waist and gives you a brief kiss. And kisses Amanda on the cheek as well. What, she can't sport like a leather jacket and like, you know, just change everything from flower to leather. Don't get into too much trouble without me. You two, and good luck at the expo. While a few other drivers display their cars alongside the Flower Festival, you help the majority of them set up on a nearby hillside overlooking the day's racetrack. As proud as I am of my wife's flower arrangements, nothing quite beats the sight of so many fine cars lined up along an open road. It's all in a day's work for House Theron and their dearest friends and associates. I only wish there were more guests this year. There used to be a marvelous trio of classic Ferraris. Those were some of Duke Godfrey's cars. He was quite the car aficionado in the old days, when he deigned to attend. It's a shame none of these beauties are here this year. Probably because Godfrey is busy being in jail for murder and treason, you know. Right, which is more of a shame than his cars not being a hero, of course. Now, Hakeem, you must show us which one of these beautiful vehicles is yours. As you leave them to it, you hear a couple of guests muttering beside a sleek retro car. I'm just saying, you should take it personally, dude. They let those flower fanatics take over the gardens while your baby's languishing by the side racetrack. Sophia deserved better than that. Her companion passed the retro's car, sadly. So much for House Theron's famous hospitality.
Whoa, don't say that. We're here because House Theron personally sent us to appreciate, Sophia. Right, Riley?
The woman beside him gives you an appraising look. She does look like she's been to an expo or two. It's a fucking outfit! Jesus Christ. That's me. All the cars, all the time. Well, if you want to have a look... He opens the car doors so you can climb inside with Amanda and Maxwell. Maxwell gives the steering wheel a competent pat. Is this what I think it is?
Oh yeah, this is one slick ride.
That means the princess likes it too. And I love the new car smell, custom leather interior, blinky lights, custom leather interior. Great choice of color scheme, and is a walnut finish on the dashboard. Hell yeah, you got a good eye. We appreciate the finer things in life. And so does House Theron. Ugh. Afternoon passes with a few more interventions. Rashawn, long time no see. Queen Riley, Princess Amanda, you're both looking very well. You're also the first people to look twice at my car, so I appreciate it.
Oh, what?
Nobody's come by? Most of the press is still over there at the Flower Festival, so no luck getting my Bentley on any front pages. Your earpiece suddenly crackles to life, of course it does. Riley, come in, Riley. We have an emergency. There's bees in the cart!
Well, Liam, what you do is you just let them pollinate, dog.
What's happening? Did someone's plant die? Is something on fire? Did Jolie rub Lasati's face in poison ivy? Worse. Your Forzays prepared some flower floats to drive through the garden, and one of the float's cars just broke down. Queen Riley, everything okay? Rashawn, how did you like to get your Bentley on all the front pages? I would literally do anything at this point. Hey, Hannah, I just found someone who can spare a car. That afternoon, as a crowd gathers around the track for the Royal Grand Prix, tensions begin to rise. You brought some pretty sweet cars this year, Eric. Learned how to drive any of them yet? Oh no, not yet. I've been rather busy. Hang on. You're all about cars, but you can't drive? Oh god, this is like being a gun nut but can't shoot. You know what? You didn't know? The high and mighty King Eric always hires a driver to do it for him. Maybe he's too used to chauffeurs. He steps closer, looming over to Eric, and claps a meaty hand on his shoulder again. Eric wobbles and barely stays on his feet. Okay, not what I expected, but I'm sure he hired a great driver. Then how about a wager, Your Majesty? If you win this year's Grand Prix, I'll give you the keys to my car. And if I win, I'll take yours. Those are very high stakes, King Raoul. Serious Garrett's race for pink slips all the time. So if you really are all about this life, you put your money where your mouth is. You know, it's ironic that they're putting The Rock in this position. Otherwise, admit you're just a poser. You see Eric waver, but as the crowd begins to swoop and cheer on the wager, he holds out hand to Ralph to shake. Deal. Stefan, put on your racing gloves. We have a race to win. Stefan? Eric glances around for his driver, but Rashad is the only person who steps forward. He's not here, Eric. I saw him limping towards the first aid tent almost an hour ago. Said he'd had some kind of accident. Whoops! Guess you'll be on your own out there, King Eric. As Raoul strides off towards his car, Eric turns to you in panic. Don't look at me, I ain't driving this piece of shit. I can't race without a driver. This is a disaster. It'll be a worse disaster for us since Kiara asked us to handle the expo. Drake, you're not helping. Is there anything we can do to help? Well, since you offered... Oh, motherfucker, stop offering! I'd be honored if you drove my car instead. I'm done. Me? I need someone I trust if I'm to defeat Raoul, and it'd be right there in the passenger seat, guiding you the whole time. Can I have Drake instead? King Eric... For the love of Christ. Raoul's about to eat our dust. That's the spirit. Well, let's see how many Call of Duty games and Need for Speed will get me up to pace with this crap. Emma, you're gonna have to sit this one out, Amanda, but Mommy will be safe, I promise. And if not, you always have Liam. And Uncle Maxwell and Drake will help you cheer her on. Give a mill out there, Venti. You wave to Amanda and then follow Eric to the edge of a winding road that loops down back up the hillside. Hakeem and Raoul are waiting beside several cars. Drivers, now is your chance to select your vehicles. Eric shows you a sleek, wide car. First, clearly built for speed. This is my pride and joy, the Falcon. State-of-the-art design, you can go from 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in 2.2 seconds flat. I can't wait to take that beauty off your hands. He smiles at Eric, who winces and motions you towards an older but more reliable-looking car. Or we could drive the Ellsbury. Let me guess, it's gonna be a diamond choice. She lacks the horsepower of the Falcon, but she's never let me down yet. Choose the Falcon will give you a major advantage in the race, and the success of today's events. Okay. I just want you to know how stupid this is. If we're gonna win, I have a need for speed. I really want to throw something right now. Nice choice, rookie. It'd almost be a shame to take something so nice from His Majesty. We shall see who's taking things from who. You're like children in a sandbox while Raoul climbs into his car. Raoul? I'm just going with Raoul until someone corrects me. You and Eric take your seats in the Falcon, and an electronic voice greets you over the speakers. Welcome back, your magnanimous majesty. Eric, you should have led with the fact that this car talks. Hey, look, it's Knight Rider. Only in a technical sense. That's the Automated Driving Assistance Program, or as I like to call her, Ada. Are you sure this is a car and not a spaceship? I can confirm that I am a car. Shut up, I wasn't asking you. She's just the best that money can buy. Drivers, start your engines. You turn the key to the ignition, your foot steady on the brake. You shift the gear into the drive. We're not even a goddamn race car driver. This is so stupid. On your mark. Get set. Race. You punch the gas, your car zooms forward towards the road. Down the first stretch, you're neck and neck with Raoul's car. I'm going with Raoul, screw it. But soon, you approach a narrow turn. To get through, we'll need to gently brake when we enter the turn. Easy enough. You try to wait until the last possible second as you approach the curve. Now! What? You act like I know what the fucking shit was! Okay? Listen! They don't give directions! You press the gas and accelerate into a turn that's way too wide. Not to a passenger seat drive, but I suggest slowing down before we leave the confines of the road. My bad. As you struggle to regain control and get back on the course, Raoul's car slips into the lead. You keep up on your pace down the next stretch of road until you spot a fork up ahead. Eric, how are options looking? Unless my keen eyes deceive me, the left path is shorter and straighter. As in, your earpiece buzzes. Riley, we've got another situation over here. Oh, for the love of Christ. I'm in the middle of a fucking race. Make it quick, Hannah. With the expo accommodations, some of our contestants had their flowers displays moved to the left field, and they say there are not just enough sun. Then can't you just make space for them on the right field? Roger that. As Hannah signs off, the fork looms up ahead of you. Crap, which way? The left, you idiot. Do you not have a short-term memory? Oh look, we can select this one. Look guys, look, we have time to select this and at least know what the hell we're selecting. You swerve left down the shorter path with Raoul close behind, but you stay just ahead of him. Good tip. I might start calling you Eric Eagle Eyes the Magnanimous. Don't even do it. I can adjust your Magnanimous Majesty's programmed nickname if you would like. I'd be honored to hold such a nickname. Oh, for the love of God. The last stretch of the road is grueling. The uphill sections have your engine straining. Your winding road makes it difficult to gain any ground. When the road finally straightens out, there is only a few hundred yards left between you and Raoul and the finish line. It's now or never. Give the engine all she's got. Oi, Captain, I'm giving it all she's got. I'm an engineer, not a miracle worker. You literally put the pedal to the metal and your car shoots towards in a final burst of speed. Come on. You're neck and neck down the final stretch of road, your body is tense, the engine thrumming as the finish line looms up ahead, and of course we're going to win. You skid across it just before Raoul. We did it. Oh, joyous day, we did it. Can I have his car? You have one. Well done, your magnanimous majesty. You and Eric step out of the car to wild cheers from the crowd. Queen Riley's got moves. Yeah, like the first one. An incredible race, and a fine finish to this year's Auto Expo. Oh, come on, they barely came in first. Doesn't matter, still came in first, prick. And you came in last, so why are you talking again? Now, Raoul, I believe there's the small matter of you giving me your car. Riley. Liam races up to you and sweeps you in a kiss. Your friends follow close behind and Amanda's waving to you from Drake's arms. I got the last few minutes of your race. You were a wonder out there. I did my best, but shouldn't you and Hannah be at the Flower Festival? Actually, we came to get you. The final arrangements were supposed to be judged any minute now, and you're our star judge. Drake opens the door of a waiting hot rod and gestures for you all to pile in. I already set up a baby seat for Amanda and a hot rod. Since when do any of you have a hot rod? Since we borrowed it. We told the owner it's for the good of Cordonia. Now get in. All of you are gonna fit into a hot rod. Drake races you all back to the scene of the Flower Festival. Take the time for you to change into your floral dress and join Kiara, and goddammit, I was right.
See, Queen Riley is just in the nick of time, as I said she would be. Oh, then can we please get a move on? After telling the scholars from all of today's arrangements, our two finalists, Star Duchess Jolie and Princess Lucidity. Not again. Now, Queen Riley will select the winner.
Okay. They're literally... Look, I want you to look at this. I want you all to get magnifying glasses out, okay? Alright. They're both the same. They're both the same. Okay? I'm just... Someone's bouquet. Is it just me, or are their bouquets identical? It's not just you. As you stare at the indistinguishable bouquets, Kiara whispers to you,
whose bouquet you pick doesn't matter so much, as long as you have a good reason why you picked it. We are so close to ending this thing without any tables being flipped, so tread carefully.
I got it. After much deliberation, I'm honored to choose the winner of today's Flower Festival. You know what? Why not? Out of all the arrangements I've seen today, this one stands out the most. Because I was less allergic to it than all the others. It watered the roots of my heart. The rest of you suck at horticulture. It watered the roots of my heart. The colors breathtaking. The layering inspired. The fragrance currently transporting me to a higher plane of existence. This isn't just a bouquet. This is art. It is fairly impressive for a bunch of weaker flowers. But just Olivia, is that a genuine emotion I hear in your voice? No one can resist the flower power. Oh god, this is stupid. I'm honored to accept my rightful prize, but honestly this year's contest taught me that the Flower Festival is only fun with the right competition. She holds out her hand to Jolie, who steps up to shake it. Your previous wins aside, you actually earned a victory this year. Does this mean... The crowd of festival goers erupts into cheers. Flowers are admired. Rivals shake each other's hands, and absolutely no one flips a table. You know what? Nope. That's bullshit! Fuck this table! Listen. I improvised in 5 seconds or less. Screw you.
Mon Dieu, this is a miracle.
It's not a miracle, it's just what Riley does. Kiara nods and gestures for you, Liam and Amanda, to join her off the stage.
I haven't seen the flower festival this peaceful in, well, forever. And this is the happiest I've ever seen Alex since my father agreed to sell him his prize convertible. You're far more of a peacekeeper than I gave you credit for, and I see now that I was mistaken. You have my support in the deciding vote. Papa? And for what it's worth, I hope you can forgive me for whatever doubting you.
No, I don't forgive you. Kiara, as long as you make this right.
You have my word. Now go enjoy the rest of today's festivities. You're more than earned it.
Quickly, Liam, grab the chopper, we're leaving this hellhole. She heads off into the crowd, leaving you and Liam with Amanda in your arms. Finally, there's one more great house on our side. You hear that, Amanda? Yes, it's very yay-yay. Riley, Liam, there you are. Eric waves you over, and you see that he's gathered Hakim and a few other nobles and the rest of your friends. I wanted to thank you again for your assistance with the Auto Expo. It was the least we could do. Are you headed home to your kingdom? Not until I've had a drink with these fine gentlemen. It's actually an annual guys' night tradition and a chance to celebrate King Eric's big win. The King, Liam, and Drake, Maxwell, why don't you join us? This year we're trying a more ordinary bar, and we could use some pointers at fitting in, especially from a down-to-earth fellow like Sir Drake. It's been a long day. I'm not sure. You know, your father used to love the Auto Expo almost as much as he loved the regatta. I started this tradition with him back in the day. A shame that there have been so many tragedies since then. Truly. But at least we still can still relive the tradition with the friends who remain. Him and Maxwell exchange a significant look as the three noblemen begin to reminisce. Can we get back to you on that? Maxwell quickly pulls everyone aside. I thought Eric was inviting us to 3 hours of car nerd stuff, but these guys obviously spent time with King Constantine in the old days. And Godfrey, if he used to come to the expo. Yep, I'm just wondering why my dad was ever friends with a murderer. And I still don't know exactly why Godfrey did what he did to my mother. Why there were so many secrets back then. So, you should go. Let me guess we're gonna play as either Drake or Liam. Yeah, see if you can learn anything. We can try, but if we're going to blend in my bar experiences as limited to, well, my bachelor party. Why is everyone looking at me? Last time I went to a bar was with you two. Yeah, but you're a normal guy. That's like your thing. Like, Liam's dashing and I'm cool and you're capable of fitting into a normal bar. He does have a point. Oh, if it's important to you guys, I can take a point on this, but you gotta promise to follow my lead. Play as Drake in this unique experience or scene to learn more about Godfrey and Constantine's history and help the guys bond. If I put this in the thumbnail, all the people are gonna think we're hooking up with Drake or something. Oh, let's do it, yeah. Trickly pop. It sounds to me like you three need a guy's night. Yes, bonding time with my best bros. So we can learn important information about our fathers. Just try to follow my lead. Now, playing as Drake. You quickly run out of the bar and go, I'm free from this book. You follow Eric, Hakim, and Rashad to an only slightly swanky bar with Liam and Maxwell right behind you. You were half expecting Eric's idea of normal to include some butlers, crystal chandeliers, so this isn't bad. Also, I like that TV screen with the little, like, beach and shit. That actually looks really pretty. I wish I could get that as, like, my wallpaper. You picked a nice spot. There's nothing quite like rubbing shoulders with the common people, don't you think? Yeah, make sure to keep referring to us as common people. It's refreshing to feel like we could get lost in this humble crowd. Most people in the crowd are wearing designer suits, but sure. You all find seats at the bar, even surrounded by your noble friends and nobles. This is still the most normal thing you've done today. It's a nice change of pace. I think we've earned a round of drinks, but I'm more familiar with House Theron's vintages than this menu. What do you think the regulars here order? Perhaps Mr. Walker can assist us as our ambassador from the common people. I swear to God, I'm gonna flip another goddamn table. I think Drake is fine, and I'm sure he'd be happy to help. Whiskey. You get a whiskey. Liam has always had your back. He shoots you a reassuring grin as you wave the bartender over. Pints? Actually, that would be a common person's drink, but... Martini? No. Round of whiskey. Ah, man of discerning taste. Thanks. I'm not sure why that still surprises my friends. Because it's fun to mess with you? But it's nice to be appreciated. Cheers! Everyone clicks their glasses, and you take a drink. Oh, this is almost as satisfying as the taste of Raoul's defeat. Queen Riley might have a professional racing career in her future. Oh, there was this moment when we entered the final stretch, and time seemed to slow before me. That's because we were going 200 miles an hour. Time seems to do that. Maxwell leans in to whisper to you and Liam. Guys, this is monologue train leaves the station if it's going to be pretty hard to stop him. You're right. If we want answers, we need to get everyone talking, not just Eric. Your oldest friend and your most persistent friend look at you hopefully, which can only mean one thing. Shots, 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 shots. Leave it to me. Eric, we'd love to keep talking about the Auto Expo. It's my second favorite topic of all time. But you came here for a real guy's night out, right? We can't just talk about royal events or fast cars. Take a deep breath, steel yourself for what you're about to do. We need to follow the Guy Code. Okay, this is foreign territory for me, so go for it. The Guy Code? I'm so sad I can't get on this video without interrupting the moment. You're obviously making this Guy Code thing up. No, it's a thing. I just don't know it. But they don't need to know that. When a bunch of guys get together for drinks, they always talk about real stuff. Personal stuff. No, they don't. It's like taboo. It is taboo more than anything in this world. You are more able to talk about anything else in this world than personal stuff with your fellow friends. That doesn't sound very manly. In fact, I thought the opposite was true. It is. Eric. That's because you're letting... You're letting toxic masculinity confine you. I mean, that's what the kids are calling it nowadays, but that's what society, after thousands of years, has constricted the man to be. Yeah, well, yeah. Anything a guy decides to do can be manly. Talking about feelings, manly. Wearing floral prints, manly. Makeup, no, don't you do it, Drake. I'm wearing some concealer right now, otherwise I get blotchy in the sun. I swear to God. Things always don't have to be manly for you to do them. See? They get it. Very well. How does sharing of personal stuff work? Well, let's go around and each say something we wouldn't normally say. Or talk about. I can start. He takes a sip of his drink, thinking over his words for a moment before he continues. Filling my father's shoes has been harder than I ever thought it would be. Not just because of the weight of the crown, but because the more I learn, the more I realize my father isn't the king I thought he was. I realized that long before my engagement season, or Riley's arrival, or... well, he was a man driven by fear. He was a gentler king when he was younger, although obviously that was before your time. If we're being honest, I think your mother's death changed him for the worse, Your Majesty. I know he grieved for her. We both did. But grief shapes us in different ways. Constantine was always vigilant, but after Queen Eleanor died, he became outright paranoid. Seeing threats in every shadow, shutting out the court, even his oldest of friends. Including you? Sadly, yes. It took years for him to return to any semblance of a friend I once knew, but it's thanks to you and your companions that he finally did. The king raises his glass to Liam, who lifts his in return, to companionship then, and not being ruled by our fears. Liam, You're already twice the king he was. You've had to make decisions no one ever should have, but you steered this kingdom through them. You kept the people you care about the safest. And if that's changed you at all, hell, it's only made you a little wiser. Thank you, old friend. Hear, hear. Well, I have a confession of my own to make. It's difficult to admit, but my hair isn't naturally this glossy. You can even call it stringy.
No, really?
Every morning it takes half an hour of sculpting and hair product to assemble the glorious man bun you see before you. 2 words that should never be in the same sentence: glorious and man bun. Everyone uses some product now and then. If you have any homemade recommendations. Okay, time to rein this in. Confessions about hair products are not what you came here for. Actually, I have a confession too. But your hair looks so natural. Not about my hair, about something personal.
The Guy Code demands it.
Well, what is it? Great question. You didn't have the time to think this far ahead. I'm gonna go with that one. I think men crush themselves under the fear of true honesty. Like maybe we're suffocating trying to fit into a mold that will never make sense. And we end up teaching each other the same broken lessons about being hard and being strong. But if we don't know how to hurt, and we don't know how to heal or even function, all because we were trained to be so goddamn afraid of feeling once something human for once. Everyone stares at you. Drake, that was... Listen, you tell this to any other guy in the world, they will look at you and call you the P word. Seriously, I deal with it on a daily basis. It's your existence.
Beautiful.
Tears begin streaming down Maxwell's face. Liam hands him a handkerchief. Finally, someone has put the deepest fears of my heart into words. Rashad hugs Eric, who looks about to burst into tears himself. This shit never happens, okay? While Hakeem solemnly raises a glass to you, Liam rests a hand on your shoulder. I never knew how much I needed to hear that until you said it out loud. Well, I'm glad it wasn't, just me.
I can't top what Drake just shared, but there is something I need to get off my chest.
I swear to God, if it's about your father, or hair.
You probably all know that my dad, he's trying to become Crown Regent. Really sucks when you think you're going to a council meeting, but surprise! Your dad's trying to take away your friend's baby away.
Liam places a hand on Maxwell's shoulder. You haven't really talked about it much.
I guess it's because I'm still processing it all. Like, was my dad always this kind of guy? And I didn't see it?
Your dad was gone for 20 years, kid. Like, you didn't know who your dad was.
Did being sick for so long mess with his head?
There's plenty of hurt in Maxwell's voice, but you catch a determined glint in his eyes as he briefly glances at Hakeem.
Or was it someone else who changed him? Like, he used to spend all of this time with Godfrey.
But Godfrey lost his friendship with Barthelemy even before your father's illness.
He did?
They had a falling out not long after Queen Eleanor's death. Neither was in Constantine's favor at the time. Not that anyone was, but I remember House Amaranth's taxes being raised quite sharply. Godfrey started spending most of the year at his holdings in England, and Barthelemy seemed angry with him for leaving. To treat House Amaranth like that, do you think my father suspected Godfrey? If he had, House Amaranth likely would have suffered a worse fate. I suspect their falling out was more personal. Godfrey opposed many of Queen Eleanor's reforms, redistributing noble tithes to the people, her dreams of alliances with other kingdoms. So he killed my mother to get her out of the way? Perhaps, but her death had the opposite effect. I turning the king paranoid and getting Godfrey shut up. Indeed. Eric's orders another round of drinks and gives Maxwell a companionable pat on the shoulder. Well, gentlemen, this has been an enlightening, if somewhat depressing, walk through Cordonian history, but we came here to enjoy ourselves, no? Rashad, why don't you share something more light-hearted? Yes, please. spare this old man from spinning any more yarns. While Rashad launches into a story about the car he brought to the Auto Expo, he's lying down the par with Liam and Maxwell. I think that's all we're getting out of Hakeem tonight, but this was very illuminating. Illuminating and kind of freeing, as Maxwell nods at Liam. You're really glad you said yes to the guy's 9. I'm glad to have you guys as friends. I know I don't always say it out loud, but I always mean it. Drake, if you make me cry, I will banish you. Too late for me! Here comes the waterworks! Good to get these weights out. We've been carrying out in the open. Does this mean what I think it means? Maxwell puts one arm around Liam's shoulders, then holds the other out to you with a hopeful look, the classic Maxwell sign for a group hug. I think the guy code demands that I accept. You let him pull you into a extremely long hug, and honestly, it's really nice. Hugs are nice, but typically with women, I'm sorry. Then again, I've never been hugged by another man, and I refuse it! The toxic masculinity. Shut up! Best bros forever. Of course. No matter what you or your dad or anyone else throws at us, we'll always have each other's backs. Cheers to that. Goddamn toxic masculinity. Shut up. Now playing as Riley, finally. The next morning, as you all prepare to say your goodbyes to House Theron, your phone suddenly buzzes. Queen Riley and Company. Considering this is a formal invitation to visit House Amaranth at your earliest convenience. I don't know what those tiny faces mean, but this is a genuine invitation. I'm sure you have questions about my mother's vote during the Covenants Nobilis, and frankly, I'm worried about her. You all got that group text, right? Yep. We haven't had a chance to talk to Adelaide yet. This could be our chance to change her mind about the vote. Plus, we might be able to find some answers about my dad. The dad I thought he was... never would have tried to make Amanda or blackmail Penelope or turn Kiara against her friends. It's about time I accepted that, and I started figuring out who he really is. He and Godfrey used to be friends. Maybe Godfrey left something useful. Something we missed when we were just looking for Godfrey. And let's start digging. What secrets can you learn from House Amaranth? Find out in the next chapter. Thank you all for watching. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. And in the description below, links to social media, Discord, if you'd like to support me and my content. And without further ado, a quick, small message. Oh. Hi. You may know me from such videos as the one you're watching. Shut up! Shut up! So, here's the thing is I do agree with what they're kind of pushing in this. The masculinity thing is a thing. It's okay to be strong. It's okay to be... it's okay to cry. It's okay to cry. Hell, I've had streams which are now deleted. Ha ha ha! Because I didn't save them. But they were up there for about a month or so. Twitch usually keeps videos unless I VOD them, which I just didn't feel like VODing. And I've cried. Hell, I think I cried in a couple of videos that I have up on the channel here. Long story short, it's okay to do both. It's okay to be, you know, if you don't want to be a normal human being and actually be changing, society standards and whatnot, that's on you. Because here's the thing is, we can't force change on people. There is always going to be bad people in this planet. I'm sorry to tell you this. You can't force goodness into human beings. And right now in 2020, the curtain has been pulled back and you are seeing just the tip of the iceberg, which is humanity. I know it is depressing. It is bleak. It is crap. And that is, again, just the tip of the iceberg. I could sit with you and I could break you mentally. I could break you in 30 minutes or less with everything that I could tell you about, and I would break. I don't care who you are. I would break the most strongest resolved person in the world. I would break you. with telling you things that you probably don't even have even just a moment to think about in your whole entire existence. I would break you. That is my mind. Okay? I have a lot of empathy, I have a lot of feelings, and I have a lot in my craw. Why a lot of you don't tune into my Twitch streams. With that being said, I will catch you all later. Peace.